What's up, everybody? It is July 6th, 2023, and it is officially another miserable day. Still poor, still homeless, still everything bad. Even got more bad news. Yesterday, I think, I got an email from my bank saying that if I don't pay off the rest of what I owe on my negative bank account balance, they're going to close my bank account. And you might think, oh, well, no big deal, just let them close it, right? But yes, that would kill my credit, which is, my credit has probably already been damaged just from not paying, just from being negative. But if they close that account, that's just going to totally ruin my credit. And then once it's closed, it's not like I could just pay it off anymore. Once it's closed, that's it. And then my credit's going to be damaged for, who knows, for years, and just can't do nothing about it. Then I'm going to get probably get collection bills in the mail and all that kind of stuff. And so the credit thing matters, because once when you don't have good credit, you can't get a place, you can't rent a place, you can't get an apartment, nothing. And so, I mean, just so basically just getting less and less hope every day. Even getting a job at that point, it wouldn't even do any good. They wouldn't even care. Oh, you make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever. If your credit is shot, they don't care. They don't care. Your credit is bad. They don't care how much income you make at that point. And so literally nobody would even rent to us. I don't even think anybody would rent to us right now because of our credit, even if we had income. So, yeah. Slowly approaching the point of no return as far as finances go. Yeah, I got an email. I think it was yesterday. Oh, you got 30 days. I've been trying to pay it slowly, but we just don't have the extra money normally. Someone gives me money and it's like we need it for food or a hotel or for whatever. I can't just. It's like it's like a pit. If I just wish I had money to pay it all off at one time, but I just don't. And then I don't know. Whatever. Anyhow, so that's just another thing on top of all the just crap. It's getting hotter and hotter every day. We're like literally in the hottest part of Washington State. We're on the bottom eastern half, all desert down here, just disgusting. All up in on the western part, obviously by the coast, and even towards the middle, it's a little bit nicer, especially way up north, like towards Forks, Washington, which is famous for Twilight. That's where they shot some of the Twilight episodes. It's nice and cool up there, but out here, the Tri-Cities, as they call it, on the lower east side of the state, just ridiculously hot. It's been like hovering around 100 every day, so it's just ridiculously hot, and that's a big thing when you're out and about having to beg for money. So I almost forgot. I did want to thank my Aunt Yvonne for the $25 donation she sent me. I was gonna make I normally make an individual video about it, but just everything is just so mad. Like I get into like little depression slumps, and then like I forget about videos. I have a whole list of ideas that I want to make, and sometimes I'm just like I just don't have the energy or the care to even make them. Anyhow, so thank you to my Aunt Yvonne for the $25 donation. It's always appreciated. So, I forget what I was saying. Oh, the heat. Yeah, the heat. So the heat sucks, especially when you're out begging it. We were out in the middle of the day yesterday trying to beg for money, and like it was just so ridiculously hot. We make sure Nano stays in the shade and obviously keeps hydrated and stuff, but sometimes where Beck and I have to stand, it's out in the sun because on the corner there's no shade, and so Beck and I were just dying, and I felt like I was gonna throw up and pass out. It's just hot. It's just way too hot. So we're trying to do this a little bit earlier today before it gets too hot. But you just never, when you're begging, you never know, when you're going to get the money that you need, how long it's going to take. It could take 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours. I'd be dead if I have to stand out here for 10 hours. Yeah, I hate the heat. I really, I want to, I want to go move. I want to live in a place where it's just that it doesn't get. I want to live in a place that doesn't even get close to 100. Like doesn't even get really like over 90. That would be like my dream. Somewhere by the coast, doesn't really get over 90. That would, in the summer. And then also on the opposite end of the spectrum, I don't really like the freezing cold either. The point of it is it's hard to function. Not just being homeless, even when you're working. I remember when we were living in Utah, I was a pizza delivery driver, and it gets both extremes there too, and it's like around the Salt Lake City area. But my job was actually in Murray, Utah. But anyhow, in the summer it gets over 100. The max, I think it maxes out like about like 104, 105. Still hot, but it also gets really cold there too. And I mean, I don't know what is worse, but doing pizza deliveries in either of those is bad. But yeah, especially like when it's really cold and in the snow, because you're driving. That's your job, is driving. Making pizza deliveries, and you're just worrying about your car sliding around the ice, or just you can't see the road in front of you because it's like literally a blizzard of snow, and it's scary. And then even walking it, being a delivery driver, you got to climb upstairs and all that, and the stairs get iced because it's wet, it's cold or whatever, and so you got to you don't want to fall down a flight of steps. And so yeah, so working in the extreme cold or extreme heat, not good either. So yeah, I would really like to live in a place where it's moderate in a middle range year round. And there are places like that, mostly by the ocean. That's kind of my dream. Oh, it is my dream to live by the ocean somewhere along the coast somewhere, even if it's not in the United States or wherever. Just to have it, I like functioning weather. I like to be able to go out and do what I need to do, whether it's working or shopping or homeless begging or whatever. And you can't do that when it's like, I mean, I've lived in places. Because I was incarcerated before. I was incarcerated in Blythe, California, and it gets up to 126. I remember one day I asked, "Oh, hey, what's the temperature today?" They're like, "Oh, it's 126." 126. Stupid heat, right? And then I lived, like I said, in Utah when it gets really cold. I think the lowest I seen, I don't know, maybe like 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Just really cold. But yeah, you just can't function. You just can't do anything. I mean, even in prison, when we were in prison, none of the guys wanted to even go outside and work out. Some guys were, kind of extreme, and they would go out when it's like maybe 110, maybe up to 115, and they're the diehard workout guys. But even that, you're going out in the middle of the day. The workout guys, they would usually go out early in the morning before it got too hot. Once it's in the middle of the day, between like 11 to whatever, 5 or whatever, it's just too hot. Especially, like I said, when it's 120, 125, you just can't go out in the middle of the day. You're gonna die. Try to work out. And some guys, they would have heat stroke stuff. They would try to be, Mr. Tough Guy. It's like, physics don't care how tough you think you are. That heat's gonna kick your ass, and the cold would too. I mean, obviously it's easier to work out in the cold because you're warming yourself up by working out. But yeah, working out in the heat, Anyhow, so yeah, I hate extremes. I don't like extremes. Can't function. Can't do anything. You just can't do anything. Like I say, can't work. Can't shop. Can't take your dog for a walk. You can't do nothing when it's ridiculously cold or ridiculously hot. And then like in the snow, I remember in Utah, you can't just, like say when you had to go to work, you can't just like, okay, get up, get ready, and get in your car and go to work. You got to take your car out of the snow and stuff like that. It's like, it's just dumb. And then obviously in the heat, you're just trying to be in your car. Your poor little air conditioner is trying to pump out as much cool as it can, and it can only cool down the car so much. And sitting there. Even when we lived in the high desert in California, it gets 115, consistently. July, August are just terrible. And yeah, I did delivery driving there too, and you're just trying to guzzle water, and and then I did it for a time where my air conditioner broke, and still trying to do pizza deliveries in the summer. Oh, horrible. I mean, literally, I was like pouring water on my head and just chewing ice or just doing anything you can to cool down, Anyhow, so. Yeah. I don't know what this video is about. It's about nothing. None of my videos about anything anymore. There's no rhyme or reason to my videos. One of my followers is like, hey, I want you to have a description for your videos or tag them, and it's like, videos aren't about nothing. There's nothing to describe. This video is about nothing. I'm poor. I need money. I need a lot of money. I need to get out of this stupid desert in Washington. You know. Anyhow, bus is coming. We gotta go. Thanks for watching. See you guys next video.